Get the hooks out. And back he goes. There might be some more in there, Pete. There's a much different spot here, Pete. It's around the other side and it's much shallower. What's the thought here?
Well, the wind got up, so we sort of get out of the wind, come around this other side. Much shallower and flatter country, but as you can see, there you go, there's a nice fish.
Put out the sand in front of him.
He's a good fish, that one.
He was. He's over there
now.
now.
Queenie.
You think?
Nice queenie, yeah.
Oh, gee, your theory worked already, mate.
Coming in on that incoming tide.
Yeah, it might just start to happen now. Oh, this is a nice bit of channel. Now have a look at this with us. Right around there, you can't see it unless you put your polarizers on. And now I can see the channel goes right out and around. A nice big gouge here, and fish are going to run along this line here because bait fish will be on top. When they come over the edge, boom, end of the life for the old bait fish. Oh yeah!
Good
Oh, well, Pete. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, look at the friends he's got.
Yeah, they're goldies, little goldies.
Are they Goldens or GTs? They're GTs.
GTs, I think they're a mixed bag.
On the 1 kilo, just switch with me, mate. I'll come underneath you. Look at them on the ground.
All right.
Have a look if you don't mind. Do you want to drive that boat, Pete?
Yeah, I'll drive the boat for you, Steve.
Good on you. A few rocks around here. That's a good fish on 1 kilo, and he's not done in the slightest. Look at the way he's just sideways on us. That was just zipping across the flats there. And that's where the white jig's very handy because Pete had the popper and they wouldn't take that. But I put the white jig and just puffed up a bit of sand. And look at that. Fantastic giant trevally. And I've only just got him.
Nice fish on 1 kilo, Steve.
Oh yeah. He's only a kilo himself. 1 to 1. That's all right. That's sport fishing for you. Here in Point Sampson. Awesome stuff. You've seen Peter Tucker a fair bit in our show this year, but this is where he's in his element, Freshwater Cove. Peter set up an amazing fishing and ecotourism camp in one of the most beautiful parts of the world. What made you choose Freshwater Cove?
Oh, a number of reasons, Steve. But good anchorage and access to great fishing spots 20 minutes away in the boats.
And of course, Pete, this is quite a significant cultural spot for the Aboriginal people in the area, isn't it?
That's very true. It's one of their major dreaming spots. Very fortunate to be able to set up a fishing camp here and do what we do.
And you had to actually get permission from them to set up your camp here?
Oh yeah, I have an agreement with the Woowora people, and they're allowing me to run fishing tours and eco tours from Freshwater Cove, and eventually they'll get involved. That's the whole big picture.
An amazing thing to me, Peter, is after we got back from Montgomery today, this would have been 2 foot underwater. Now 200 metres that way is the edge of the water.
I'd say try about 30 foot underwater with sharks swimming all over the top.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great way to find your fishing spots at low tide.
Exactly, because you can see the reef. You go, oh, that looks like the place we might find some jacks tomorrow.
We'll go there tomorrow.
And speaking of tomorrow, you've got somewhere very special to show us.
I have a spectacular place we're going to take you tomorrow where the scenery is just awesome and the fishing, well, you be the judge.
All right, well, if it's anything like this sunset, it's going to have to be good. The place Pete wanted to show me is called, or should I say he calls, Dick Dock Creek. Now, I thought that this was an Aboriginal word for the area, but no. Pete calls it Dick Dock because one of his favourite clients caught his first big barra there, and he was a doctor. A doctor who specialises in a certain part of the male anatomy. Enough said. Dick Dock Creek is a very special place because you can watch barra cruising in with the rising tide and try to nail one on a lure sight casting. Pretty awesome stuff, but it's not easy. After some work, Pete finally had his chance. Come on. Yes, Pete, you are a champion. Oh! Sadly, the fish didn't stay connected and we couldn't find any more silly enough to have a go. As the tide rises, baits are the only answer at Dick Dock Creek, so he headed back to a rock bar to catch some live baits. Right there, Pete, right there. Stack of little queenies, I think. Whoa, look at that, look at that, look at that!
What is it?
I'm very excited.
It's a finger.
Oh, it's a finger mark and I dropped him. You know what finger mark love? Prawn stars, but yes, I think we might just have a quick pop here. What do you think? Bait fishing is going to turn into something else.
I'll use that one.
Okay.
Get some bait.
And I'm going to get the prawn star down there because finger mark just love these things. And I reckon if I drop it in front of his nose, he's going to have it.
That might work well on the jacks.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Look at this.
Little flag taking it.
Oh no, oh, there's a big flash down there. Oh, got him, got him.
Done.
Go strong
prawn
fish.
star.
I
Yeah,
told you,
finger.
if there's a finger mark down there, the prawn star will get it. In some places they call these golden snapper. We call them finger mark in WA. Sorry, mate. And they love prawn stars. They've got very sharp gill plates. So I'm holding him like that on his side. He won't move. And he's starting to dry out. It's quite warm, so I'm going to pop him straight back. They are beautiful. Well, I'll pop you back, mate. They're actually related to mangrove jacks and just as tough. Pete, you've got a prawn star now too.
I have.
And you've never really used these up at the camp, and a lot of people haven't.
I have a lot of faith in them.
Well, see, I was the same before I used them, and then I started using them. And once I learnt how to use them properly, my goodness me, I've got the ultimate amount of faith in them now. The trick is not to move them too much. All you want to do is float down, really, which makes them such an unusual lure, because most often when you're working with lures, you're thinking about imparting some sort of action on it. The occasional flick is probably all you need.
Obviously just emulating bait fish floating past.
That's right. And if you feel
prawns in
little
this case.
well, that's right. If you feel little taps, I find just give it a little twitch.